What is up, YouTube? It's Kingfisher745, and Spec Ops 8 was released earlier tonight. I'm just going to briefly go over some of the things that come with this new update and new special operations. First, of course, there are new weapons. The item for Mission 1 is called Density Phase Array. It is a self-buff item. It is customized, is a quick action, and provides you with Protect and Density Shift. And Density Shift avoids the next single target attack or counterattack. The weapon that is acquired in Mission 2 is called the Nuclear Fuel Rod. It damages one enemy, causes radiation exposure times 3, and also has unshielded radiation, which causes radiation exposure on the agent when used. And the weapon that is acquired from Mission 3 is called the Encephalizer. It is number 4 of 4 of the dataset. It is a psychic energy attack. It also ignores defense and has something called Encephalo Ray. This consumes combat data for a chance to cause exposed, off balance, and mind control. And chance increases with amount of combat data. Now if you have used Cable, then you kind of know what mind control can do, and it's a pretty cool ability, so I'm looking forward to trying this weapon out. Now let's take a look at some of the items on the task list bar. First off, there's Blueprint Android Hand. Android Hand provides a PvP bonus of 777 attack and 777 defense. It may be needed for a later task, at least that's how the last Spec Ops worked, so you may want to hold on to that. Now our first upgradable weapon is called Pym Grown Needle. It hits one enemy, causes bleeding, and gives a buff called Shrinking, which says that it can perform a second attack when attacking. Chance increases and damage decreases each round. And I'm interested to see what the upgraded version looks like. Now the next upgradable weapon is called Voltcaster. It hits one enemy and has something called Adaptable Weaponry. This says that it causes biofeedback. It applies exposed to targets with biofeedback and applies burning to targets with exposed. Now I'm definitely interested to see what this upgraded version looks like. It may be actually quite useful. And lastly, we get number 1 of 4 of the dataset, Combat Analyzer. It says target all enemies. It's subtle, is a quick action, and applies combat analysis. This records combat data on any enemy that attacks or is attacked. Combat data lowers evasion, and agent gains a random buff on use. And now that we've taken a look at those weapons and items, let's look at what we really care about. That would be the characters. First up, we have Vision. Vision is Spec Ops 8 hero, so if you complete all 25 tasks, you will unlock him. He is a blaster. He has flying. He has something called Gathering Energy, which grants an energy charge every round. He also has something that's very good for defense called Density Shift. He has a chance to avoid an attack and become phased. That's pretty amazing. And then there's Energy Charge. It increases the damage of the next energy attack. This effect can be applied 5 times. All stacks are consumed on the next energy attack. This character looks like he's going to be pretty awesome. I may be overly enthusiastic just because it's Vision, but I don't know, I'm just really excited about it. I think he's going to hit really hard. And that phase density shift thing, that could be absolutely a game changer. While we are talking about the new characters, let's go ahead and take a look at their abilities. Vision's first ability is called Optic Beams. It hits one enemy. Its type is a ranged energy tech, and it causes burning. His second ability is called Infiltrator Interface. It is a quick action, and it says switch interface to melee specialist. Now this leads me to believe that there's going to be a second set of attacks, and they'll be melee based, because all of these attacks are energy based. That's pretty interesting. His third ability is called Microwave Pulse. It hits all enemies and causes radiation exposure. It also causes fried circuits, which stuns enemies with mechanical bodies and leaves them vulnerable to critical attacks. So that'll be pretty cool, especially in missions where there's sentinels or anything like that. And his last ability is called Solar Jewel. It hits one enemy, it is combustible, so attacks against burning targets are guaranteed to crit, and it exploits stun. And I think that this attack right here, with his full buffs, is going to hit really hard. At least that's what I'm hoping. And the other character is Omega Sentinel, and she of course is available by opening lockboxes and collecting all of her comic covers. Then you get the classic Omega Sentinel. It is a scrapper, has flying, overclocked, which takes 2 actions every round, and also has something called Selene Protocol, which basically says that the attacks gain exploits protection and exploits shields. Now let's go ahead and take a look at her abilities really quick. Her first ability is called Plasma Knife. Plasma Knife ignores defense and has deadly crits, which means it deals extra damage on critical hits. Her second ability is called Change Protocol. It is a quick action, it is subtle, and what it does is changes her class to Bruiser. It takes significantly less damage from counterattacks and less damage from follow-up attacks. Well, that's pretty awesome that you can change her from Scrapper to Bruiser, and I'm sure back again. Her third ability is called Plasma Torch. It hits all enemies and gives Strengthened to all allies. That increases attack by 25%. It also causes burning to all enemies. This is pretty amazing. Strengthened, which increases attack by 25%, is an awesome buff. And her last ability is called Plasma Blast, and it gives her a buff called Finest Hour, which deals extra damage while agile, focused, fortified, or strengthened. And of course, her last ability gives her Strengthened, so she'll at least have that buff. And she looks like a very strong, very promising character. I'm definitely looking forward to getting her and Vision. I will keep you guys updated as I progress. Now, I've already completed Mission 1 of Spec Ops 8, and I plan on posting that very shortly. I'm also up to the first research part of the task list, and I will definitely keep you all updated on that. But I want you to go ahead and look out for Mission number 1 of Spec Ops 8, which includes the Epic Boss. That's right, the Epic Boss is in the very first mission this time, and I happen to face them. It is Loki. I also just want to thank you guys for watching and ask you to please like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, I wish you all good luck.